Hey guys, this is Blackout poetry. This is my favorite type of poetry. And I mean, I really don't care for poetry that much. I think you all know that. But I actually do really like this style. So hopefully you will too. Here are their instructions. You are going to first choose a page. You can select a page from any book of what I provided on slides 8 through 10. You'll see how I did that. You can grab your own page from Sora, or you can get an old book that you don't mind ripping a page out of. So I would first go through that, scan through, see if it's something you like, and then rip a page out of your book. Or again, like I said, go ahead and get it on Sora or use what I provided. Next, you are going to gather interesting words. So scan the page looking for words or phrases that jump out to you, and then you're going to circle them lightly. And let me show you how I'm going to do that. So here are the pages that I provided. And what I would do is I would get this shape area right here and go here. And let's say that I just want to start with the word I. Okay, that is something that could work. So I'm going to come here to fill color and I'm going to go to transparent. And now you can see that there's a very light circle. If that's too light, then you can click these lines right here and put it to a 2. And then you can see it a little bit better, or you can even change the color to make it a little bit more noticeable. So go through and start finding any type of words that you think would benefit you or that stand out to you. Okay, so then once you're done doing that, you're going to determine the words to keep. Read through all of the words that you circled, and you're going to notice that a poem is starting to take place. It's just something that is going to make sense. But also remember that we're going to read from top to bottom and left to right. So the words need to be in that order. They have to be just like this, because if they're all over the place, it's not going to make sense. After that, reread your poem, make sure it makes sense, and then if you need to add other words within the poem or take some out that you circled, that's fine. The only thing is that you can't actually add words that are not there. You can't write them in. You have to actually make sure that they are already within the page. After you're done with that, it's time to black out. You're going to be creative. Start blacking out every word that you're not using. And if you're blacking out on an actual page that is something that you hold in your hand, you can use a marker or a Sharpie. And then if you're blacking out on slides, you're going to use a shape and fill the color as black. And I'm going to show you guys how to do that in a little bit. So how you earn your points is, if you would like a 100, make sure you have 11 to 15 words with a corresponding picture. And that means with a picture that goes with whatever it is that you're writing about. So let's say that my poem is about sleeping. I could draw a picture of closed eyes or a bed or something that has to do with that, right? It needs to correspond. Next, if you would like a 90, you're going to have 8 to 10 words with a corresponding picture as well. If it's an 80, it'll be 6 to 7 words with a random picture, maybe something that you just draw that doesn't really make sense with what the poetry is. And then a 70 is going to be 5 words, a complete blackout, no picture. So here are some examples. This one right here is an 80. You can see that it has 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12 words. However, we do not have any type of picture that goes with it. There is a little bit of a design, so it will meet that 80 mark, but in order to get higher of a grade, they would have needed to actually draw something. This next one is going to be an 85. So they have a nice drawing that corresponds. It says flowers light a fire in the air. So we have words, we have a picture, but it doesn't meet the word count. And then this one, even though this picture is really awesome, just like this other picture here, it still doesn't meet the word count. It has more words, it has a nice picture, but we needed just a little bit more. This one right here is also a 90. Again, it doesn't meet the word count. It has a really cool picture, but the words just aren't there. This one is a 70. And this is the example of complete blackout and not enough words. So it says, is this the life we really want? Which is really great. I like this, but it's not doing enough. And then this one right here is an example of a 100. It has a picture that corresponds with the words that are on the page, and it has everything else completely blacked out. Okay, so here is, if you choose to take a picture of your work, you can upload it to this slide, and you can delete the following slides, or you can just ignore them. And then next up, you will see slides from pages that you can use, but you don't have to use them. Like I said, if you want to get your own screenshot from Sora, you can do that. Don't forget your picture. You can click right here. This is a link to remove the background of an image. So I'm going to show you an example of how I would be doing this. Let's say that I circled my words or I boxed them, and I came up with something like this. Okay, so I have these highlighted here. These are the words that I want to use. Now I'm going to come to shape again, and I'm going to start blocking out. Actually, you know what I want to do? I want to make sure that I have my picture. So let's say that I want to look up flower, and I would go to images, and I like this one right here. So I'm going to click here, but you could see that there's all that background that goes with it, right? So I'm going to save my image, and it's going to go in my pictures. I'm going to click save, and it's right here. Then I'm going to go to that site that I gave you. So that's right here. And once this pops up, I need to upload my image. So I'm going to find what I did, click open, and now you can see that it has all the background removed. I'm going to click download, and then I'm going to go back to this area, and I'm going to click my picture part, upload from computer, and go to this, and you'll see that it says it's different because it has remove right there, and click open. So now I have it, and I'm going to click this crop image because even though it does have all the other stuff gone, I want to click that to take out all this extra. So I'm going to go to where the black lined parts are, and I'm going to get it as close to my flower as I possibly can. And I think that'll be good. So now I'm going to move it and put it over here. I can rotate it if I really want, add it right there. And now here's when I start doing my blackout. So I'm going to click shape and go to here. And so I can go ahead, if I'm not using any of these words, I can click that and fill color as black. And then I'm going to continue to do that. And I can just even copy and paste and do it like this. So, And I also want to make sure that I'm doing it to all of this, like every single word that I don't use is going to be blacked out. There. And then it'll just continue to go that way, but you can go around the picture that you select, make sure to remove the black background of it, and that's going to be your blackout poetry. If you guys have any questions, please let me know. As I said, you have all of these slides that you can choose from, or you can pick your own by going to Sora and taking a snip. And let me know if you have any questions. Thank you.